All right, it is finally time to talk Hereditary. This is a spoiler-free review, of course, so I'm going to keep the synopsis very light, and I would suggest you go into this one knowing as little about the plot as possible. The movie is about a family of 4 that runs into some unfortunate and very creepy situations after the matriarch of the family passes away. That is it. That is all I'm giving you, plot-wise at least. First, let's talk about director Ari Aster. This is one heck of a feature directorial debut. On first watch, it is so abundantly clear that every single detail in his frames have meaning, the foreshadowing is powerful, and the layers to this story are remarkable. The thorough understanding he has of his characters and this situation, and just the precision of his filmmaking across the board in Hereditary is jaw-dropping, and a big reason the movie overall is so effective. Keeps you on edge, it challenges you to tally up every curiosity while essentially completely consuming you in the Graham family's world, and the score no doubt enhances that atmosphere too. Colin Stetson's work throughout the entire film is great, but I especially enjoyed some of the deeper tones that had a little bit of a Shining feel to them. More standout work in Hereditary that is a must highlight: the cast. And really, I have to name every single one of them in the core ensemble because they are so strong in this. Gabriel Byrne as the father, Steve. Yeah, he's not in the spotlight as much as some of the other characters, but I'm telling you, watch his work. His arc in this story really does shed a whole lot of light on some of the characters around him. Millie Shapiro as Charlie, you will see, she's got some darker tendencies and unusual interests, but every so often you are reminded of the fact that she's just a kid, and that's also something I appreciated about Alex Wolff's performance as well here. He is a teenager with a crush that likes to go to parties, but when things get deeply nightmarish, we're not really talking about some suave, unrealistic slasher movie hero. He's scared, and he shows it, and in turn, it makes his experiences way more horrifying for the viewer. Then, of course, we have Toni Collette. What I would give to hear the conversation she must have had with Aster to bring this character to screen. There is so much to Annie, and I'm not getting into the details here, but the range Collette needed to hit and the darkness she needed to tap into for this role is astounding, to say the least. I've also got to give a big nod to Ann Dowd, who steps in as Joan here, someone Annie meets at a grief support group. She is just up there as one of my favorite actors at the moment, and as I would expect, she does a lot with this role here. I was just loving Hereditary almost all the way through. Where the film did take a misstep for me, though, that kind of keeps me from boarding the hype train, so to speak, is the ending. Again, no spoilers here, so I'm not getting into the details on that, but I will tell you that after about 2 hours of edge-of-your-seat terror where I was frantically searching every frame for clues and just desperately trying to find the tiniest bit of hope for this poor family, it was like someone letting the air out of a balloon. From a script perspective, the conclusion is interesting, it raises questions, and it does make me want to re-watch Hereditary with that new information in mind, but as a moviegoer watching the film for the very first time, it did leave me feeling a bit unsatisfied, and that's why I'm giving Hereditary 3.5 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Decimal Movie scale. I am still enthusiastically applauding Aster's work as a director, the performances, the visuals, the score, and the fact that, hey, we just got a super scary, very rich original horror story, but I can't overlook that emptiness I felt in the end. But for all I know, this could wind up being one that I appreciate more and more during repeat viewings, and really, right now, I do suspect that that might be the case with this one. But this is where I do stand right now, and I've got to know now what you thought about this one. Did you see Hereditary? Did it creep you out? Hit that comment section below and do tell me about it. Now it is time to give some Patreon shout-outs to 3 newcomers to the campaign. It is Jefferson Tucker, Gregory Alonzo, and Jack DeShaw. Guys, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the support, and I do hope you enjoy all the content and the rewards on the Patreon site. Thanks to everybody watching this review right now. Please like and share it, and I'll see you soon with even more of them.